right here. If you remember our last video, we had a 94 Ranger got towed in, died while driving, crank wouldn't restart, and we found a bad distributor gear was sheared. Today we're going to show you how to install the distributor, and then in the next video we're going to show you how to set the timing. The first thing you're going to want to do is set the engine at top dead center, meaning number one piston is at the topmost point on the compression stroke. I used a little filter wrench like this here. Here, try and get you a better look at it. I just used a filter wrench like that, put it on the crankshaft dampener, and I'll show you down here. It's marked TDC for top dead center. I'll get my shop light here and try and get the camera down there. If you'll note those white marks, that is where the dampener is marked TDC and 0. So I marked a line onto the 0 right here, the long line, and then the little dot up at the top is on the timing cover, and that's an arrow pointing where to put the 0. So that's top dead center. Put the vehicle in neutral, set the e-brake. It's a whole lot easier. Also want to note that I've got the oil draining to make sure there's no metal in there. And we'll walk over here to the workbench. Give a shout out to my unofficial sponsors, Advance Auto Parts, Store 8085. They keep me and my customers running. But you're going to take the distributor, and basically you're just going to pour oil from here to here. And you just want to get it good and lubricated so that it'll go down nicely and easily and be nice and lubed. So we got this over the recycle tank, and we'll just get some oil poured over that. Little 5W20, never hurt anybody. And we'll flip it over here and make sure we get plenty on the other side. Alright, that should do it. Now let's go over here, show you where to set this distributor. Oh, also, when you set it in, your rotor button should be facing directly in the vicinity of this notch here as a reference, and that'll get it started, and then you'll fine tune it by setting the timing. Alright, so that's at TDC. We're going to get our rotor button here. Where are you? What did it do with it? There it is. Alright. Go ahead and get it on. Get the light down here. Another thing I want to note, if you can see it down there, but that hole there's where the distributor goes. You can also see the cam gear through there with a flashlight. Have a friend turn the engine by hand, and you look down inside that hole there with a flashlight before you put the new distributor in and make sure your cam gear wasn't damaged. But we'll get this rotor set. Now I showed you where to set it, but you're going to set it actually a little bit out, because when you put it down inside there, it's going to roll forward clockwise and set itself down where we were talking about. So, let's see if we can. I'm going to have to get a milk crate. I forgot that I jacked this thing up. I just told you I'm changing the oil. I'm going to do my buddy a solid here. It's his son's first vehicle, and I read online that it's possible that could happen to the vehicle because of oil passage is clogged. So I picked him up a bottle of motor flush, and we're draining the oil out. We're going to put 5 quarts of fresh oil in before we change the filter. Well, actually probably 4.5 quarts of oil. And then we're going to put that motor flush in there. And we're going to flush his engine out before we change the oil. Do him a solid there, because his pop is a really good customer of mine. Let's see where I was in reference to what we're doing here. Oh, that's 180 out. Alright, now. Uh-oh. That's one thing you don't want to hear while getting a haircut is uh-oh. Working on cars can be the same way sometimes. We'll get that a little bit out. I'm pretty sure there we go. There, we got it in there. Whoops, Daisy. About fell off this milk crate. Gotta be careful. Safety, number one rule. Alright. Looks like it might line up a little better like that. That should get us started right there. So I'm going to go ahead and button everything else up in here. And then in the next video, hopefully this vehicle will be running after I get the oil changed and everything. Actually, during the motor flush. That'll give us plenty of time, and I'll show you how to set the timing. All right. That's it for this video, folks. Have a great day.